In a previous video that's now unlisted, I fixed the strobe on my turntable with one of these when I should have used one of these. This time, I'm going to do it right. At ThriftyAV, I'm all about saving money, but by using a landscape light to repair my turntable strobe, I really didn't fix it properly. And I found this on eBay for $15. That's thrifty enough. So I'm going to fix this thing the right way, and I'm going to show you how. When my turntable is set to 33 1/3 RPM, the markers that are second from the bottom should appear to be still. I can replicate this effect by adjusting the shutter speed on my camcorder to 1/500th of a second. Things are looking good here. When I change the turntable to 45 RPM, the markers on the base of the platter appear to be still. When I adjust the speed of the turntable, you can see how it affects the markers. I will be installing a new neon bulb in my GLi Pro SL-2500, but the same procedure should work with other turntables as well. The first thing I need to do is remove this pad and the platter from the turntable. I need to make sure that the tone arm is locked down, and I'm going to leave the lid in place to not damage the tone arm as I do my repair. I unscrew the 8 screws that secure the base to the turntable, and I remove the base. The strobe light is located underneath the on-off switch that is secured with a C-clip. Using a small flathead screwdriver, I remove the C-clip. I then carefully remove the on-off switch. It has a ball bearing on it that's on there with some grease. I then remove the power knob. There's a plastic plate here that I'm going to need to remove in order to remove the strobe light. So first I'm going to unscrew this piece. Okay, that plate is now off. I want to gain access to the strobe light, so I'm going to take the housing around the strobe light off. I currently have an LED hooked up as a strobe. I'm about to desolder it. In order to fit this neon lamp in this housing, I'm going to have to remove this heat shrink tubing. The neon bulb came with a resistor on it, but as you see, it's working with that resistor, so I'm going to leave it on. I then solder the new bulb onto the mounting board and test the bulb once the solder cools. I then position the bulb so it will fit inside the housing. I snap the housing back into place, then make one more adjustment, putting the bulb in the middle of the housing window. I then reinstall the plastic plate. Screw back down the boards I removed, reinstall the on-off switch, and screw the base back down. My new neon bulb isn't quite as bright as my LED was, but you don't need a super bright light to tell if your turntable's going the right speed. And it's good to know that it's fixed properly with the right equipment. If you enjoyed this video or any other in the ThriftyAV series, please like and subscribe. And as always, stay thrifty.